Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Atom boys, give her the gun. Down we dive, spouting our flame from under. Off with one terrible roar. We live in flame, we go down in flame. Hey, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. Over hill, over down, we have hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along. Counter march right about, hear those wagon soldiers shout, while those caissons go rolling along. For it's high, high here in the field artillery. Call off your numbers, but it's strong. 2, 3, 4, and where we go, you will always know that those caissons are rolling along. Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day, 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 day. Through our last night on shore, anchors away. Until we meet once more, here's wishing you a happy voyage home. We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in thee. Through surf and storm and howling gale, I shall our purpose be. Semper Paratus is our guide, our fame, our glory too. To fight, to save, or fight and die, I Coast Guard, we are for you. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines.
Ten Hut! You're listening to MilitaryChatRadio.com.
And good afternoon, and how's everybody doing out there? This is MilitaryChatRadio.com, and you're listening to the Al Young Show. And with me today is my favorite co-host,
Sergeant WP. Hello out there, and welcome, everyone. First, let me start off by saying a happy, happy New Year. I just want to tell everyone, I hope you had a good New Year. And if you're listening to me, you did, because you're alive to talk about it. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of information out there. First, we really want to thank the Brotherhood of
that's the Bay Area Brotherhood.
The Bay Area Brotherhood. You know, Al, I can't get it right, and that's why I need you beside me just to help me to remember things. I think as I get older, my memory goes a little to the left.
You're not the one coming up with a birthday Saturday. I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm the older of the two of us.
Okay. So we're just going to leave it at that. But again, welcome, everyone. And how is everyone out there doing? We would love to hear from you. Give us a call here at the Military Chat Radio, 813-639-8255. So, Al, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, first of all, we're going to talk about the fact that, listen, we're in a brand new station. This is our new station over in Tampa. Formerly, we were over in Clearwater. And since our owner of the station has big bucks, he's expanded. And that just goes to let you know that chat radio over the internet is getting bigger and bigger, and we're expanding. Matter of fact, the guy even got a haircut. He was running around looking like a hippie. Now he looks like a regular businessman. So things are really changing, and it's kind of really nice to be in the new radio station, and things are really looking up for us. And this year we're going to do a lot of great things. We're going to change a lot of things, and there's going to be things going on. So isn't it great? New year, new station, new everything.
So
I'm
is it
looking
safe to
forward
say
it.
that the economy is getting better?
No, it's not.
I would like to believe so.
Listen, well, I want you to believe so. That may not happen. We don't really know. All we can say is, hey, we hope that things change. It's sort of like you look at it, and today it may be really great. Tomorrow it may change. So people are doing okay. A lot of people will tell you it's the glass that's half empty, and a lot of people will tell you the glass is half full. So we just have to see how the glass is looking tomorrow, and we take it day by day.
Well, is your glass half empty or half full?
Well, my glass is doing okay. Kind of take it day by day. Some days it's a little full, some days it's a little empty, but most of the time it's kind of like hanging in the middle.
Well, I tell you what, I am grateful to just have a glass.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's half empty or half full, it depends on how much you want to contribute to my glass.
Well, I'm kind of like this. Every day that I wake up, my glass is okay.
Okay. All right.
So I don't have no complaints.
All righty. Well, I just want to remind all our veterans out there, remember, last month this time I was reminding you that you need to have a financial institution that you belong to, because December was the last, or I think it was December 31st, that the VA will no longer be mailing out paper checks for your service-connected travel fee when you visit the VA. Well, I think they have expanded that. Have they not?
Let me give you a little update on
Okay.
that. I went by the travel section, and I spoke to one of the gentlemen there. And the Tampa VA is kind of really giving you a break here. They explained to me that instead of just cutting everybody off at the kneecaps, what they were going to do is give you an extension, and that extension is going to run along concurrently with the March deadline. They are not going to just stop giving out travel pay if you don't have a financial institution. What they're going to do is go ahead and continue to send you your checks in the mail up until March. Now, come March, if you don't have a financial institution, along with the federal government saying that if you don't have a financial institution, then they're going to cut you off, then the Tampa VA will cut you off along with that time limit at the same time. So right now, you'll still be able to get your checks in the mail. But listen, that's only until March, because come March, come hell or high water, that's it for you. So if you don't have an institution by that time, then you're not going to get any type of extension whatsoever. This is sort of like your last-minute stay from the governor. If you were due to get executed by lethal injection, well, you got your stay. You get to live a little bit longer.
So please, I mean, we're reiterating this, and we're reminding all our veterans that it is important, because, they might give you a break. The VA gives you a break, but the federal government can't give everybody a break, because it's important that they go electronic. That also saves on the trees, cutting down the trees, just trying to get paper to generate these checks. And also, that just reminds me to put out this information. They will not send anything to a P.O. box. So please, it is important that you develop, or you gather, or you use a physical address to obtain your checks from the government up until March. Now, don't wait until February 28th to go to the bank of your choice and get establish with your deposit of how you're going to get your funds, because they have to have it before March.
Well, I guess if they fax it in, it might work. It might work. I said it might. I don't know. But the main thing is, like Sergeant WP was saying, if you don't have a physical address where they can actually send that check, you got a problem. If things aren't in order, you really got a problem. Now, when they give you an extension, you have to say amen to that. Because if not, then you've got all kind of problems. Right now, those people who are walking around worried, well, hey, you got blessed.
And just keep in mind, there are plenty of financial institutions out there that are military friendly. Chase Bank, another bank is
Suncoast Schools, USAA. But listen, you know what we're going to do? I think for the next several weeks, I'm going to try to at least get information. As a matter of fact, I went to Chase the other day, and I spoke to one of the gentlemen there, and he gave me a whole lot of information that I didn't even know about, all kind of little programs that they got for military. And what I'm going to do each week, we take about maybe 10, 15 minutes and tell you what each institution has to offer the military. And if they don't have anything to offer veterans and military, what have you, then I'll let you know that also. But Chase has an excellent program. So do some of the other banks. So each week we'll go through everybody who's friendly. Like so many of us have USAA. So many have credit unions. So many have military institutions like Armed Forces Bank. What's another good one that we have? The federal credit unions. So what I'm going to do is just sit down and we'll go through what they have to offer you guys and tell you exactly what's out there. And when I say guys and gals, because I do not want to make that mistake and somebody tells me, well, you only mention the guys. No, whenever I mention anything, it's for both sexes, guys and gals, and then that way everybody's covered. Because definitely we can't do for one and not do for the other, because it takes everybody to make this military and make it run very well and very efficient. So what I'm going to do is just sit down and tell everybody about what you can do and what's available for you as far as banking is concerned, and then that way you can get the best deal for your money. And the major thing right now, since Congress and everybody else is worrying about the physical cliffs and all the money that they can save us or either hurt us with, we need to take care of all of that. And everything right now is about saving you $1. And as I go through and find out whatever can help save you some money, regardless of what it is, because now I was just watching something on television and I happened to record it, that there's ways to save you some money on your cell phone bills. And some of it actually equals up to at least $1,000 a month. So if I can help you and pass on some of that information to you, I'll do that.
Well, if they have a cell phone bill, Alan, $1,000 a month, they probably really don't need the cell phone bill. Who has a cell phone?
Well, listen, I didn't mean, I kind of blew that. It's $1,000 a year you can be saved.
Oh, well, I need that
But listen, you know what? My phone bill comes to about, almost $350 a month. I have a lot.
That's because you have all those children. You got to stop making all those children, and then you get them all a phone, and then you think they're going to keep the phone just for show? They want to use it, so that's why.
Oh, they use it, and it costs a lot of money. But I mean, I had to correct myself. It was it's $1,000 or more than $1,000 a year.
Okay.
And I was saying a month. I was thinking, ooh, gee. Actually, it's like $1,000 a year that can be saved, and that's substantial,
Well, I went up to a conference last week, and it's very beneficial because it was a Disabled American conference that I go to. It was my first time being invited. I was truly grateful for Chapter 83.
That was a Disabled American Veterans?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Chapter 83 nominate that I go. Well, they asked would I like to go, and of course, I always want to just help our veterans, so I opt on the opportunity to get the information. Please, if you're a homeowner out there, you're a veteran, and you would like to refinance or modify your home, Congress has this thing, whereas no one should be discriminated against. So therefore, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development has programs set up for our veterans to take advantage of. Please look into it. Mr. Bill Bright, who is I think he's just the director of the Department of Housing and Urban Development program for veterans, is overseeing that program. And he wants to make sure that no veteran is being discriminated against. So if you would like to give that hotline number is 1-800-669-9777. Again, that name is Bill Bright. There are so many programs out there to prevent a veteran from losing their home. If you're paying too much, your income might have changed since the time you bought the home up until now. You might just qualify for one of those programs. There are various programs out there. I mean, I can't begin to name them all, but I know there's a hemp program, there's a modification program, refinance, whatever category you might fit in, and you think that you're not utilizing that program, give the hotline a call and just tell them, hey, I'm a U.S. veteran and I want to know if I qualify for any program that's out there. Again, that number is 1-800-669-9777. So we don't want any veteran to go homeless. We don't want you to lose your home, or we don't want you to be paying too much that you don't have to. I mean, our president has set so many programs in place to, help the homeowner retain their home.
I wonder if they've got that we'll pay your mortgage for you just because you're a veteran.
Well, I didn't hear that, and I was very
That's the one
attentive.
I want,
I was very attentive to
Okay,
the
then.
information they were giving, Al, and I didn't get that. But I would love to hear from the callers out there. If you would give us a call into the station. Let us know if you have any questions or concerns. That number is 813-639-8255. I just want to hear from any of our veterans. What do you think we can supply you? What information would you like us to give you, if you have any, or just to make sure that our veterans are following up on their appointments, going to the VA, going to the banks and making sure you're getting that discounted or those perks that they have for veterans? What do you think? I mean,
Well, here's my thing. A lot of guys are still running around the place because I can't tell you how many people I run into that when you mention about taking care of business, their whole thing is, I'll get to it eventually. And I'm going, oh, God, I can't believe it. You'll get to it. Well, man, I've been out for 10, 15 years, and they still have not gone and taken care of any benefits whatsoever. Well, you know what? I just never thought about taking care of it, or, I go see my own private doctor, and this is something that happened to me while I was in the military, but I heard about the VA, and I just can't be bothered. And I just kind of look at them sometime, and I just say to myself, you must have been talking to the wrong people, or you got some bad information, and let me set you straight.
well, a lot of times our veterans, I don't think that they're not concerned. They might get a little discouraged because if you go and put in for a claim and you didn't get it right away, sometimes you figure, oh,
Yeah, but a lot of times they don't even go that far. A lot of people are getting information from other people, and they're giving them bad information. And instead of, at least trying to open the door to find out what's behind it, they're not even opening the door. And their whole thing is, and it becomes a thing where they're not seeking the information, and they're not trying to help themselves because they're just saying, why bother? And why bother is killing a lot of people.
Well, you know what I learned over the holidays? I went to the shopping outlet out in Ellington,
Mm-hmm.
and to my surprise, I showed them. I went to the information booth because I was told about it, but I wanted to make sure I get firsthand information. And if you go to the shopping outlet to shop veterans, and you go to the information center and you show them your military or your VA card, you get a discount booklet that tells you all the stores in that outlet that offers a military discount. Now that's some good news. That's great news, especially if you're trying to get all you can for as little as possible or as less as possible. So there are stores and there are merchants out there that are offering discounts to our veterans and to our military family. But if you don't know about it, you don't know to ask. So that's why we here at militarychatradio.com have all this information and the resource to put out.
That's the same thing though when you're thinking about your health care, when you're thinking about all the benefits that as a veteran you can get from the VA hospital or you can get period as a veteran. If you don't ask, if you don't seek, you're not going to get it.
Well,
and you have to be able to say, listen, let me try to find out what's available to me. I don't care where I go, and this ain't got nothing to do with the military. I want to know, hey, listen, what's the cheapest thing out there for me? What kind of discount can I get? I don't care where I go. Hey, listen, and since I got in the military, I always ask, do you guys have military discount?
You have to, because
And
if you don't
know.
ask, Al, they won't tell you out front. And they don't know because it's their job to, get their profits. But at the same time, if you ask and they do offer military discount, they welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, well, there are places I go and, sometimes it's, I'm sorry, we don't offer military discount. And, and I say to myself, not as sorry as I am. God really would like for you to have it.
You know who I would love to see give us a military discount? So there's a lot of military family shop at that it's an all-in-one. I call it the Get Well store because you can go there and come out well.
Who's that?
That's Walmart. So many veterans shop at Walmart.
Well, listen,
So
eventually they'll get there.
I hope with
that's one of
time
those
that
things.
they will patronize our military family and veterans that shop because so many veterans and military family utilize that store.
Well, I
it's
guess they'll get there.
Okay.
We'll just have to see. But there's so many other places that we go. They give us stuff, and
yes.
you just can't say they won't do it because where
say
one
they-
store. Well, no, I'm just saying where one store won't, somebody else will, and then eventually they'll catch on because when. I still go to Walmart quite a bit.
I love Walmart. I love Walmart.
I go there
I really
and,
do.
The prices are pretty good, but you know what? I'm going to keep checking with them to see when they're going to give a military discount, and then one of these days I'm just going to say, you know what? You guys should keep thinking about it. I mean, I'm not going to bug them, but I'm going to keep. I always go in there and ask.
It's the squeaky wheel that gets the oil.
Yeah, eventually.
Okay. At this time, we want to take a break, but we want to hear from our callers out there. Please don't forget to give us a call here in the station at 813-639-8255. Veterans, it's good to be back. It's good to be talking to you, giving you all the information you want to hear, but we also want to hear from you. At this time.
Yes.
This is a song survive the struggle every day to keep our freedom alive. Salute the flag instead. The freedom we enjoy is held within their hands. Their life is on the line. Their family and their friends, they leave them all behind. They give with all their might. The men and women who serve our shining light. They are warriors. Keep our freedom alive. Salute the flag instead. The freedom we enjoy is held within their hands. Their life is on the line. Their family and their friends, they leave them all behind. They give with all their might. The men and women who serve our shining light. They are the men and women who strive to keep our nation strong. We honor family members who are left behind to carry on. May we never forget the prisoner of war, missing in action and killed in action. God bless our retired veterans, and God bless the USA. Through the struggle and fight to survive, they keep freedom alive. They march into foreign land with liberty in their hands. Now thank the soldier today. Now bless the soldier today. our freedom alive. Salute the flag instead. The freedom we enjoy is held within their hands. Their life is on the line. Their family and their friends, they leave them all behind. They give with all their might. The men and women who serve our shining light. They are warriors. Keep our freedom alive. Salute the flag and stand. The freedom we enjoy is held within their hands. Their life is on the line. The family and their friends, they leave them all behind. They give with all their might. The men and women who serve our shining light. They are warriors. The men and women who strive to keep our nation strong. We honor family members who are left behind to carry on. May we never forget the prisoner of war, missing in action and killed in action. God bless our retired veterans, and God bless the USA. Through the struggle and fight to survive, they keep freedom alive. They march into foreign lands. A soldier today. Now bless a soldier today.
Okay, and we are back. And hey, how'd you enjoy that little break?
Listen, it's always a chance to just regroup and get everything right and get all the information we need to have for our veterans out there and for any military family that we can assist with information. So did you want to tell the Brotherhood?
Well, listen, what was it? Saturday, I went to the Bay Area Brotherhood Martin Luther King affair, and I had a fantastic time. The thing when I walked in, I got there a little later than I wanted to. I missed it right at 5, and
Well,
got
at
there
least
a
you're
little later.
consistent with what you do, Albert.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
well, hey, listen.
Okay.
There were so many people there. I mean,
Really?
it was filled to capacity, and I mean, it was really nice, and it was just a lot of really wonderful people, a lot of military people, but a lot of just really wonderful people. And I went with a good friend of mine because my wife, of course, is still recovering from her operation.
Oh, and we wish
And,
her speedy recovery.
Well, yes, I'm kind of glad for that. But it just increased her insurance, and she made it through the operation. But
I tell you, you gotta love the Al Young show.
So
'Cause
anyway-
he's always coming out with something. I just never know what
well,
Al was gonna
listen,
say.
she made it. I kept saying, okay, we didn't get a chance to test out that
Cash.
insurance. So, anyway, so we went, and it was really a great affair. I mean, you can count on me being there every year from now on.
Well, I just want to, I don't want to cut you off, Al, but I want our listeners to know what the Bay Area Brotherhood, or
Right.
Brotherhood of Bay
Yeah.
Area, what they're all about. And it's a foundation that supports the kids that are being disadvantaged kids of Tampa Bay area, and it's for a worthy cause. And I was glad when you told me. I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there because I was out of town.
Oh yeah, and listen, the kids put on a performance, and it was well worth it. They put on a really wonderful performance.
Well, I hope later on I'll be able to see some of the pictures so I can at least know that
For the right price, you get the chance to see them.
It's always a cost, but
As a matter of fact, if we had all the new stuff in the studio, I could have shown some of the pictures. But it was really nice. The kids did a really wonderful job. But when you go to things like that and you see what it's all about, and you meet the people who are behind it, and the organization, you're glad that you do become a part of it. And I thought it was really wonderful. And I said, you know what, this is really great, because these were all people who came together, and you had a wonderful evening. You saw kids that you were helping out, and it made you feel really good. So I was very good. And the food was fantastic also.
And I hate to know that I missed the good food because we spoke so much about it. I mean, I could just taste it right now.
Well, that's why I'm glad I went, because we got a chance to represent, and at the same time I had a really wonderful evening. And the people that I sat with while I was there, they were it was a family actually, and we had a really wonderful time with them.
So again, I sincerely want to thank the Bay Area Brotherhood of Tampa Bay, Florida, for all they do for the children of Florida that are less fortunate, especially Calvin Doss, who we met along, and I wish I could have been there just to experience the festivities and all that they do for our children here. We don't want to see any child go without or that is not being taken care of. So for what they do for these children of Tampa Bay area, we truly thank them, and we want to tell you to continue to do the work that you do for the children. It will not go unnoticed, or you will not be rewarded later on for the work you do. So again, thank you, Calvin, and your Conrads and organizations for what you do for the children.
The other thing is, I got a chance to meet the keynote speaker, General Fig Newton, and now he is one hell of a person, because you're talking about people who you look at them, and when they attain the status like the general did, you kind of expect them to be kind of like,
stiff shirt, really.
Like that big, awe-assuming individual. And actually, he wasn't. You would never know him from anybody else in the room if you didn't know him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If people didn't say things about him and everything else, you wouldn't know him from anybody else in the room. And he didn't walk around with his chest all stuck out or anything else. This was someone who, when you hear all the things about him and all the things that he did in his life, you would just say, here's somebody that is going to let you know who he is. Yes. But he doesn't. You wouldn't know him from anybody else. And, I mean, he's so impressive in that sense. And then to know that this guy did all these things in his life. And, I mean, he's just proud to know that there's someone out there like him. And I had to, hats off to him. He was one heck of an individual. And I was so glad to be able to shake his hand. And, I mean, really somebody.
Okay. And
I'm just,
I would just go on.
Yeah,
and
well,
on
you know
and
what
on.
I'm just saying. People like that, to me, is well, when you meet them, it's sort of like, thank goodness I was able to meet someone like this in my lifetime.
But did you take a picture with him?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did take a picture with him.
Well, you didn't show me, so I didn't know.
Well, I didn't take the picture with my phone. My friend who I went with, she took a picture. And
were you in the picture, Al?
Yeah, it was me and the general. Yeah, of course.
Just want to make sure.
Okay, but anyway, so just moving on from that. I just wanted to let the audience know that there are people out there that when you meet them, it's like a once in a lifetime. It's sort of like meeting the president and taking a picture with him.
I know. I still have that memory of when I met President Obama, and and any dignitary that you meet, because these are people that make a difference in our lives, and they make a difference in our country. And I've had the opportunity to travel quite a bit. I've been to quite many countries and islands, and there's no other like the great old USA. I am proud to be an American, proud to be a veteran, proud to be a military person, and I just want to thank all our military personnel, our veterans, and even our civilians that help the military to be the military that we are, because we couldn't do it without them.
No, damn doggone sure couldn't.
So
We dang
again,
well sure
everybody,
could not.
and that just goes to show that everybody plays a key part in whatever it is you do in life. You can't do it by yourself. You can't stand alone.
I had
Except Al. Al is the one man show.
I had a guy when I first came in the Army, and he was from one of those little small towns, and his favorite word was those dang on civilians. He did not like civilians. I don't know why.
Really?
He just didn't think they belonged.
Wow. Well, at some point in his life, he was a civilian.
Well, he didn't see them on military bases. He just didn't think they belonged around the military.
Well, you know what I was just thinking, Alan, as I'm talking to my veterans out there, if you can just go back and remember one, maybe two people from your basic training experience, just to find out how they're doing or why that person stuck out in your mind so much.
Because I kid you not, I was the Miss New Yorker at that point. They called me New York then, but then anybody was from New York, that was your name. But I remember my roommate. I remember my basic training battle buddies, because I had two, and And surprisingly, one of my girlfriends worked for the VA, and I need to get in touch with her so I can get more information of how I can, inform our veterans of all the benefits that they're entitled to.
But people that stand out in your mind, at some point, there was something that they did that was significant.
Well, you know what? I think my drill sergeant, and then I was the squad leader in basic training, and my closest buddy, he was another squad leader. And I called him up, maybe about 10 years ago, just to see if he was still alive, because we had lost. I remember he lived in Washington, and I called him up, and I got in touch with him, and he was still alive. And to me, that was probably one of the best things that I could ever do, and it made me feel good to know this guy was still alive. His name was Williams, and he was still alive, and it made me feel
Well, you notice what you said, it made you feel good, and that's how it makes me feel. That's how, Al, I know that's how it makes you feel when we give our veterans information. It makes us feel good. We're doing something. We're helping our veterans, and that's what we're all about doing. We're all about providing you, not just giving you information, but we want to make sure that it's useful information that you can move on to attain all that they have for our veterans in the United States.
We want to make sure they get everything that they can get.
I think that so many people are just lost once they get out due to various reasons. Some of them just kind of give up. Some of them have problems. Some of them get lost. Some guys have mental breakdowns, and they get into their own world. But the thing is, there's got to be those of us who care about them. And I have run into people who actually do a lot for veterans. And I think the more we start channeling with everybody, and we all kind of like put our minds together and efforts together, we can help them out quite a bit.
And that's my goal. My goal this year is to make sure more veterans get information, lots and lots of information. There is somebody out there. There's used car dealers that are out there helping veterans. There are restaurants and eateries that are out there helping veterans. They might give you a free meal one day, but that's a help. That's one day less that you have to pay for. There are banks that are giving you perks out there. I mean, there's so much that are,
There are so many organizations
Yes.
that nobody hears about. I mean, there are a handful of people that will hear about an organization, that organizations are waiting for people to discover them. So if we can find all those organizations and connect everybody, then we can get a lot more people helped and also put those organizations where they need to be in the limelight. So that's what we're going to be doing this year. We're going to help everybody, and we're going to do a whole lot to get a lot of other things connected and people connected and people taken care of. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's our goal, is to do more in 2013.
that we did in 2012.
Hey, listen, 2012 was like a testing ground. Now we're no longer testing. We're doing now.
Well, that's what
We're going to expand.
And that's what we're all about. We're all about making sure that you get everything, all the resources you need to move forward. It might be refinancing, whatever it might be. We don't know. But if you give us a call here in the station at 813-639-8255, let us know. Sometimes we need to hear from you to find out, oh, yeah, we'll get that information for you. We'll have it for next week. But we need to hear what it is we can provide our veterans with. What information, what resources you need to move from point A to point B. I know that, there are DAV vans out there that are assisting the veterans in getting from their point of contact, from their residence to their next point of contact. Whatever. Let us know. You might need a cane. You might need to know where do you go to turn in your flags that are no longer usable. You can't fly Old Glory anymore because it's ripped or whatever.
Yes.
Give us a call here at the station. We want to hear from you. We
There
want to
are a
know.
lot of things that people need to know, and if you don't know where to get something from, give us a buzz, and what we'll do is we'll get that information for you. And if people know about things that would be useful to someone else, please get in contact with us. We'll put it out there. Or if you'd like to give out some information, let us know. We'll put you on the show, and you can give that information out. And if you have an organization that have something that would be beneficial to others, we'd like for you to call us up, let us know. We'll take care of all of that, okay? That's what this show is, all about, because we'd like to help other people. But we want to put things out there that's going to be always beneficial to active and to, veterans. The thing is, people need to know, and there's a lot of information that's just waiting up under a rock somewhere, and we need to kind of flip that rock, get that information out there, and disseminate as much as we can get out there to all those who are waiting for it. Because what that someone else needs to know is vital to them. Okay, to you it might just be something simple. To them it may be something very urgent.
And again, I don't want to get off the air and not remind our veterans out there, March is quickly on your doorstep. It's on your back door. So by the time you blink, it'll be March. Please do not wait until March to get a financial institution of your choice that you can receive all funds coming from the federal government or the VA. We want to make sure they will no longer, after March, be doing a paper check. Everything and everyone is going electronics. And it's something I had to get used to because I am just so old school and I want to write everything down. And who writes anymore when you can use an iPad, an iNote, and your phone and all these gadgets that they have now? Please, we don't want you to be left behind. So what they're saying, come March is the deadline, you will no longer get a paper check from the federal government.
What's a paper check?
Well, exactly, because they're going electronic. They just want to be able to push a button and the money is there. I wish they'll push a button and give me a discount.
Well, okay.
Push a button and give me the benefits that I'm entitled to, or the veterans out there are entitled to. That's eventually what they're leading up to. Everybody is, is at a push of a button.
Well, you know what? This is
You're
my
gonna
phone.
tell us your new toy.
Oh no! No. I'm not going to say anything about my new phone that I just got. But what I do is, I used to run home and look on my computer to see when I got my paycheck. Now I just look on my phone, and it tells me when the check came in and what my balances are and everything else. And it also reminds me of when I've got bills due, and then it also reminds me when those bills are paid for electronically. So I never write checks, and I never go to the mailbox other than to probably get something that comes in. But everything is taken care of electronically. I pay my bills electronically by bill pay. So you know what? If you are having trouble paying bills and not paying them on time, what have you, a lot of times just go to your computer, set up payments, and let everything be taken care of automatically. It's called the electronic age, and it's not that difficult. And if you have a bank, just think, you don't have to worry about being late.
And that's one reason you can't use that old story. The dog ate my bills, or the mailman didn't come, because they're putting everything electronically.
Well, you know what? Listen, as we get into the age, there are so many advantages to the things we do. And a lot of us could say, well, I don't know how to use one. It's not that difficult. You can even go to the bank, and they'll help you set it up.
All righty. Well, again, we'd like to thank you for listening to us. We'd love to hear from you. And until next Tuesday.
I still think we have a couple of minutes left.
Do you think so, Al?
I think we do.
Always trying to get a
Discount from something. I mean.
Well, listen, I mean, I think today we may as well take it as far as we can. You just want to get out of here. And I just want to stay a little longer.
Somebody's offering me a discount out there. Somebody said, I have a discount for Sergeant WP, and I think she can use it today. But just mind you,
no, you have an appointment at the VA, and you're trying to get there on time.
Yes.
So listen,
I want to make sure that I get there and then just get all the information.
You are not leaving until the engineer says that time is totally up. So
I don't know where he is.
And just to remind you, I mean, there are lots of employers out there that are offering veterans jobs. I mean, lots of them. Don't be afraid to let them know that you're a veteran. They want to hire veterans. This country supports veterans. And especially the state of Florida. Tampa is very military friendly. They really are, and I truly thank them for that. But until next week, although Al doesn't want to leave, we really have to give someone else a chance at doing what they do best. It has been a pleasure. Thank you for listening to us here at MilitaryChatRadio.com.
Have a safe week, and we'll be talking to you. This is Al Young and Sergeant WP. Have a great week.